As the Taylor Swift tsunami crests over Toronto, the signs are clear.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
Swift is more than a musician. She's a one-woman economic kickstarter, a record-smashing artist, drawing fans for sing-alongs and dance parties.
I was supposed to be sent away.
When her latest album, The Tortured Poets Department, arrived, it premiered at #1 on Billboard, her 14th album in a row to do so.
It's been interesting looking at the Taylor's versions.
Richard Trapunski is the national editor of Billboard Canada.
That album beat the record for the most streams in one day. And also at the same time, it beat the record for the most vinyl sales in the first week.
Part of the appeal is the fans, who since her first album have grown up with her.
I've been a Taylor Swift fan, probably since I was about 3 or 4 years old.
Taylor Swift's basically been the backdrop to my life, and I remember being in high school singing along to her debut album.
Music journalist Melissa Vincent first heard Taylor at her brother's soccer game.
I remember the smell, and I remember what I was thinking.
She's not alone.
We're now getting into generational experiences with fans who remember her maybe as a young teenager and are now getting to the age where they might be introducing some of their own daughters to her music.
Fans also admire the way Swift has stood her ground. When Scooter Braun bought the rights to her first 6 albums, Swift decided to re-record them.
There's the music industry, and then there's Taylor Swift, and she's rewriting the rules with everything that she does.
Now Swift is part of a sisterhood ruling the pop charts. Swift was there to support when Olivia Rodrigo was breaking through.
This is definitely the highlight of my senior year.
And now sharing the spotlight with Sabrina Carpenter.
Taylor walked so that we pop girlies could run.
Rumor on the street is that her apples are delicious.
Canadian Devin Cole is following in Taylor Swift's footsteps, channeling her feelings into pop songs, part rallying cry, part confessional.
If you need a drink, then I'm fine. If you need a minute.
She is the queen of taking a very nuanced experience to her, something really personal to her, and painting it in such a beautiful way that it's universal.
Getting to share these moments with you.
But you can't talk about Taylor Swift without talking about her army, the Swifties.
How she's kind of cultivated this community.
Well, speaking of cultivated, it is giving culty in the most amazing way. Those
In a positive
in a
cult.
positive way, yes. Super fans are the people who drive the most of your sales, the most of your streams.
But with great power comes greater ticket prices. By the end of 2023, Swift's Eras Tour had already crossed $1 billion in revenue. Well, Taylor Swift called out Ticketmaster when fan demand crashed their system, saying, "We asked them multiple times if they could handle this kind of demand."
Nico.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Music writer Nico Stratus says given the sheer size of the Eras Tour production, there aren't many other options.
Taylor Swift's not going to be selling tickets on Eventbrite, and there's not a lot of other viable options for somebody like her. And yes, she can fight harder and she could use more of her massive wealth and influence to do more. But that's not sort of who she is.
But for her fans, Taylor is...
She's just so huge, and I feel like she is the goal.
She's kind of like a romance novel. She makes you believe in love and good things and true friendship.
It doesn't have to be exclusionary in that way, but just that feeling of being together.
Yeah, like solidarity.
And bonding. Yeah.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's like fraternity, but for women.
Yeah.
everything they want, and finally, here in Canada.